Privyet guys, my name is David Nape, but you can call me Dave, and I am 26 years of age at the time of this recording. In 1 week I will be 27. Yeah, I'm getting old now, the body is starting to creak, and soon I will need a special stick to walk around with. I am currently here in Belfast, in a small country called Northern Ireland. Now, not many people know much about my country outside of the United Kingdom, but everybody knows about the Republic of Ireland. My country is a very beautiful country. It's got a lot of green fields, a lot of hills and mountains that are very, very beautiful, and the people are very friendly too. So if you ever get the chance to come to the United Kingdom, come to Belfast. It's got a lot of history from the Civil War that went on here for more than 30 years. I am currently here with my mother, my father, and my younger brother, who is 15 years of age. In terms of my education, it feels like I've been in education for forever, but the end result has been worth it. In 2011, I graduated from the University of Ulster with a 2-1 in political science. Now, a 2-1 is the second highest level that students can obtain in the United Kingdom, the highest obviously being a first class honours degree. In 2006, before I did my political science degree, I studied sports and exercise science in England at the University of Northumbria. Now, I obtained a diploma in sport and exercise science. In 2012, I attended a teacher training course with International House. Now, after this 1-month training course, I obtained my CELTA teacher certificate, and I am now a qualified English as a foreign language teacher. In addition to these qualifications, I also have my GCSEs and A-levels from high school, and I have a Czech language certificate which I obtained whilst I was living in the Czech Republic. And in high school I also studied Russian studies, so I have some experience with Russian language, Russian history and Russian culture, and that's all of my qualifications and education for you. Now, my hobbies. I have a lot of hobbies, but I will start with the sports first. I'm a very sporty person, and sport has played a big part in my life. Throughout high school, I represented every single team in every sport I played. Now, my main sports were football, or as many people refer to it as soccer, rugby and cricket. Okay, and I played all of these to a very high standard, and I continued to play them when I went on to higher education, and even now I continue to play them. Last year I was playing football for a semi-professional football team as a goalkeeper, and this was a great experience for me, as football is my passion, my one true love. In addition to my sports, I love going to the gym. I love meeting up with my friends, for a coffee or lunch, sometimes for dinner. I love to write. I have my own website, and I like to write there as often as my time allows me. I love reading books. I love traveling to new countries, and I love experiencing new cultures and new languages. There's a big world out there, and for me it's very important to experience as much as possible. And this is something I'm truly passionate about. As well, I'm a bit of a geek. I mean, I'm sure you can tell by my glasses that I'm a bit of a geek. I love my computers, I love my movies, maybe not so much like Star Wars or something as geeky as that, as some people might say. But I love my computer games and my movies very much. Now, in terms of my work experience in the childcare sector, I have over 7 years of work experience, and that's with children of all ages, from different backgrounds, who speak different languages and who come from different cultures. And this has certainly made my experience that little bit more self-satisfactory, you know. I began working with children from as young as 6 years of age through to the age of 16 with Newton Abbey Borough Council. Now they're my local council in Belfast, and I was responsible for planning activities, carrying out these activities, making sure that, you know, the playing area was safe for the children, and also making sure that they enjoyed themselves, you know. It was a very worthwhile experience, and certainly opened my eyes to a lot of things in regards to how you handle children, how you speak to them, and the types of games that you would play that they would enjoy and also stay focused in. I did this for 3 years, and then I moved to a much bigger operation in Portsmouth and Southsea in England. And this is when I began working for Embassy CES summer schools. Now, I've held a different number of roles within this company. I have primarily been an activity leader, but I have also been a rugby coach, a football coach, a cricket coach. I have also taught the children English on many occasions, more so this year, now that I have myself the certificate. It was much easier for them to put me in the classroom and put more faith in me in that respect. I have also been, for the last 3 years, the guardian at Portsmouth and Southsea for the individual students. Now, the individual students, it's self-explanatory really. They come to England on their own. They're not part of a group, and generally they don't have their mother or father with them. And I've been chosen on the last 3 occasions to be responsible for their welfare, to make sure that they have their dinner and lunch tickets so they can get their food, to make sure that they enjoy their trips, that they come home safely from trips, and just their general well-being and safety, and to make sure that they are enjoying themselves and they are having fun, because that's what they're there for. And if there are any problems, any bullying or anything like that, I'm the one who's responsible for that, and I'm the one who has to deal with that before taking it up to my centre manager. Now, this year in particular, I was responsible for over 400 students, as I was covering for my centre managers. So I was centre manager for a number of days over the course of the summer, and that meant ensuring that classes were running on time, teachers were turning up, activity leaders were turning up for their shifts, and also making sure that the kids were behaving themselves whilst having fun. And, you know, any problems, I was there to sort it out for them. In between my summers at Embassy, I also had a job in Spain. Now, I was working for the González family in El Barco de Avila in the province of Avila in Spain. It's a few hours away from Madrid, and I was responsible for their 3 boys. So teaching them English, making sure that they were happy, providing fun games and entertainment for them. Sometimes we would play on the computer. After Christmas I brought my Xbox and we would play, you know, FIFA on the Xbox together. And the three boys, they were called Javier, Pablo and Alejandro. And Alejandro and Pablo were twins, and they both just had their birthday shortly before I arrived in Spain, and they were 6 years old. And young Javier was 2 years old, and I would be responsible for Javier in the mornings, and then in the afternoons and evenings I would be looking after Pablo and Alejandro. I would teach them English for 1 hour lessons, and the rest of the time we would just have fun. So we would watch videos in English. We wouldn't watch videos in Spanish. We would also play football in the garden. We would go out on the bikes, on the bicycles. We would ride those. Once or twice a week, we would go to the swimming pool and the sauna and just relax and have fun in the pool and throw things around. Sometimes I'd throw them around in the pool, and then they'd, try to tackle me and put me under the water. So it was all a very pleasant experience. And I did this 2011 and 2012 between the months of November and May. So in terms of my teaching methods, I like to keep things up vibe and interesting. Just like my videos. Obviously, if this isn't up vibe and interesting, then I need to make a new video. So I don't like them sitting down for 45 minutes to an hour for the whole lesson. I don't like getting up and standing in front of them for the whole time and hearing my own voice. I actually don't like hearing my own voice. It's very monotonous and it's very boring. So I like to have the students talking amongst themselves, developing their pronunciation as they're doing it, but more importantly, giving them the confidence to make mistakes in English, which is vitally important, because if you don't make mistakes, you don't improve. And one thing I have found with a lot of my students is that they're very, very shy when it comes to communicating in English. They understand okay, they can write okay, but speaking is the biggest source of discomfort for them. So, I mean, they're developing their own social skills as well, which can be used through their own native language too. So I'm having them doing tasks that are going to have them speaking. They're going to be out of their chair. So activities like acting, drawing comic books, dancing, singing, and in some cases watching movies or short clips, and then getting them to write about what that clip is. Sometimes I would have them watch a clip from a movie but with no sound, and then they would have to write down their own interpretation of that movie. And so I like to keep it interesting. I like to vary the kinds of activities that I do. I don't like doing the same thing over and over again if I can. And I'm an absolute nutter. I like to be crazy in my classes. I like to make jokes. I like to put my personality, my bubbly personality, across to the students, and hope that they feed off that energy and get stuck into their English, so to speak. Coming from a different part of the United Kingdom, I can teach them phrases that would be very strange to them and very alien to the English people themselves. So I like to mix it up. I like to keep it fun and interesting. I like to do different things, and obviously it depends on the age of the student as to what kind of things I do, and that's about it. Okay, I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch my little movie, as it were. Um, I don't think it will be featuring as a Hollywood blockbuster anytime soon, but I hope you enjoyed it and that I didn't send you to sleep. Obviously, if I did, I apologise for that. Um, but also, I'd like to wish you every success in choosing the right candidate for you and your children. It's obviously a very difficult task, and you've got to make the right decision by your child at the end of the day. If you happen to think that, you know, I can do a good job for you, and your child might think I'm a little bit crazy and a little bit fun, then please don't hesitate to contact me. Um, my email address and Skype address will come up on the screen shortly for you. And yeah, even if you think the question is a bit silly or a bit personal, please don't hesitate. Just send it anyway. Okay? So this is me signing off and saying baka.